also start the recording in Jigsaw. So let me just do what I need to do for that. AP Euro. And please, as I go through this, if you have any questions, okay. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box. And I will do my best to, okay, so I don't know what's going on there, answer them for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. That way we don't have to, oh, hi, Fu. I hope I said that right, Nguyen. You can just type in the chat box to talk with us. Thank you for being here. One question that I'd like to ask the both of you, did you have to click on the link that I posted in the news announcement in order to get here? Oh, good. The one that's under the course information worked. So that's good. Awesome. Okay. And Fu, I see that you are typing, or we're typing, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If not, just let me know how I can do that correctly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for coming and being here. The session is being recorded. So this is AP European History, and what I'm going to do today is just give you a, oh good, thank you, Fu. I'm going to give you an overview on how to work the course. Have either of you taken a Georgia Virtual School course before? Just okay, all right, so you're an expert, Jen. That's good. This will all probably kind of sound the same to you. I don't think too many things have changed since last year. I don't know when you've taken our courses, but as you probably know, okay, first time, okay, well, Fu, there are some pretty strict rules for Georgia Virtual School as far as when things can be done, so I'm going to go over that tonight. And then we will just learn how to work the course, and I'll ask you for any questions. So I'll go ahead and get started by telling you who I am. My name is Kim Stokes, and I'm an 11-year educator with Georgia Virtual School. Been doing this for 11 years. That's hard to believe. I'm also an adjunct faculty at Columbus State University. So if either of you are in the Columbus, Georgia area, then we are neighbors. Oh, are you dual enrollment? Good for you, Jen. Well, Jen, if you're ever in the area, I have an office at Frank Brown Hall. That's in downtown. So you can stop by and see me if you like. I'm in 2022 Frank Brown Hall. That's in the downtown area. I teach U.S. history for Columbus State University, and then I do this for Georgia Virtual School, comparative government, and I do Euro history. So that is a little bit about me. Also, I want to give you guys my contact information. You guys probably have seen this. This is my email address. I know you've got that because I sent out an email to everybody with the course schedules and whatnot. Also, this is a number that you can call me. You can text me at this number. It's a cell number, 706-452-4696. You can text me at this number, and I have a lot of students do that, okay, because it's, you know, I can respond to a text. Sorry, I was plugging in my charger. My phone's going dead. I can respond to a text a whole lot quicker than I can, you know, an email or even a voicemail, okay? So if you have an emergency or you have something you need an immediate response on, a lot of times a text will do it. But I am available every day from 4 to 8. And please, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to help you and get you going. Fu, since this is the first time you've ever taken a Georgia Virtual School class, please know that in the first couple of weeks it's a little, can be a little rocky because you're just getting used to learning how things are, and I understand that, I expect that, so please feel free to reach out to me anytime, even if you think, oh, well, I've already asked that question, or I'd rather you ask me than to sit and struggle trying to figure out what to do. I believe me, no question is too common or too difficult. Okay, so please reach out to me. I'm here to help you. Really, I am. So what I want to talk to you about is the course syllabus and schedule, which can be found in the course information widget. In just a minute, I'm going to share my desktop and I'm going to show you where this course information widget is. But this schedule and syllabus is your schedule of assignments. So you'll want to know where this is and how to locate that, because that's going to tell you what's due each week. Okay, so you want to make sure you know what that is. Your course schedule is embedded in the course syllabus, and it's in the course information. As we're going through the course schedule, as we're working the course, if you have any questions, please let me know. I sometimes assume that people understand what I mean by the assignments, but if you don't know what I mean, then it's okay to ask, okay? Your assignments are due each week on Wednesdays. However, you have some things on the schedule to do every day, and that's our way of pacing the course. I mean, we could list all the assignments for the week on just the one day that they're due, but we feel like if we pace or give you something to do each day, it kind of helps you remember to be working the course every day, so that's why that is. But the official assignment due dates are on Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Excuse me. So each week the work is due at midnight, okay? So if you neglect to turn in your work on Wednesday at midnight, you have the next 2 days as a grace period, if you will, to turn in your work. I am able to accept it. However, I have to take 20% off as a late penalty. So that's on that Thursday and Friday. If you didn't get your work in on Wednesday, I can still take the work, but I have to take 20% off, okay? Also, after that Friday, I'm not allowed to take the assignment anymore. Okay, and they are serious about that. I have people watching me to make sure that I don't take assignments. So please don't ask me if you can make it up, because I'm sorry, the answer will be no. If you have a situation to where you cannot complete your assignments, then we can grant a formal extension, but that's something, I don't even do that, okay? There are people higher up than I am that do that, and so if you reach out to me and say, I can't for whatever reason complete my assignments this week, what I'm going to do is send you a link to a form that you fill out, and somebody else will determine whether you have an extension or not. That's not my decision, okay? All right, so here's kind of what the late policy looks like. I have is that it? Right there. Yes, that's my laser pointer. Okay, so here we are on Wednesday. That's the due date, okay? That's the date that all of the assignments from the previous week are due, okay? So if you don't turn it in on that day, but you turn it in on Thursday or Friday, then I have to take 20% off, okay? After this Friday, work remains a zero, okay, if the work's not turned in. So on this date right here, anything that was assigned on this Thursday, Friday, Monday, or Tuesday is going to be due on this Wednesday date right here, okay? If you have any questions about this as we're moving forward, just please reach out to me. And do make note of this. Having a technical difficulty is not an excuse for late work. If something happens to your internet or your computer, it's expected that you're going to have a backup in some kind of way in order to complete your work. This year, the semester is a little bit different in that the end of the term ends really quickly. The Wednesday, November 20th, right? That's right before Thanksgiving. And so then we have that whole week, and when we come back, then we have finals, okay? So it's a little bit different in turning in some work, but I'll show you what that looks like on your schedule in just a moment. So you may be thinking to yourself, what if I have a vacation? Well, normally students don't take vacation in the fall, but some do. Some of you may have a fall break, okay? Georgia Virtual School does not. But you also may be going off and visiting colleges. I get that a lot. The students, take a few days and go visit a college that they may want to go to. That's perfectly fine. The expectation is that you will complete work early. Okay, all of the modules are open, all of the assignments are open, so you can work ahead as much as you like. Okay, but if you know you're going to be out, then the expectation is that you'll turn the work in early rather than missing the work and trying to get it turned in late. As I said before, technical difficulties are not an excuse for late work. If you're having trouble with your computer or accessing Georgia Virtual School, you should contact the help desk. So we have a student success site, and I'll show you that in just a minute. It provides resources to make your online learning a little bit better. It has really good information about navigating your course and turning in assignments, checking grades, and things such as that. So I would check that out. I'll show it to you in just a second when we look at our course. You also have a Georgia Virtual School email. I realized the email that I sent to you earlier this week was to your personal email. That's the last time I will use your personal email. From here on out, I will only correspond with you through your Georgia Virtual School email. So in just a minute, I'll show you where this classroom bulletin board is. So if you have not set your email up, you can go there and do that. Being a student of Georgia Virtual School, you have access to Office 365. You can put it up to 5 computers. It has all of the Microsoft Office suite. Hi, Leela. Glad you could join us. I hope you can hear me. We're using the chat box, so if you need to ask a question, please just use the chat box. Office 365 is included with your registration as a Georgia Virtual School student. You also get 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage, so you can save your assignments on there. Everything you need to know about the Office 365 is at the Student Success site, and we'll look at that in just one moment. So one of the problems students encounter when taking an online course is you may complete an assignment and then submit it to me, and it has a bad file type. Okay, I can't open the assignment for whatever reason. And so when that happens, what I will do is I will give you a 0 for that. And I will write in the comments that I could not open your assignment, and please, you have 2 school days to turn it into me with no late penalty. So I encourage you, as you are completing work and submitting it, make sure if you complete something, make sure you get a grade for it. Okay, so check your grades regularly, and also check the comments that I write on your assignments. That's very important, okay? Especially every now and then I will neglect to grade something, and so something will be out there that you turned in and you don't get a grade for it. So you'll want to let me know, hey, I never got a grade for this, so I can go in and grade that for you. I grade every night. The rules for teachers is assignments have to be graded within 3 school days. Excuse me, but I grade every night. So if you turn something in, most likely it will be graded. But I also have a lot of students, so I might not get to everything, but certainly your assignments will be graded within the 3 school day allotment that I have. So if you turn something in and I can't open it, I'm going to give you a 0, and then I'm also going to write in the comments, I was not able to open this if you had 2 school days to turn it into me. Now that's 2 school days if you turn it in on that Wednesday due date, okay? And so you can turn it in on that Thursday or that Friday, and I will not give you a late penalty, okay? Because you actually did try to get it in on the due date. Something was wrong with your file, though. And then I'm just going to ask you to resubmit it with a good file type. These are some common file types right here. So as you're turning in assignments, you may want to make sure that your assignments have some of these extensions right here. I expect you to do your own work. This is an AP class. It's a little bit higher level. It is a higher level, not a little bit. And so you should not be copying and pasting information from the internet. You should not be submitting assignments that you completed in other classes. Your work should be your own and not copied from anyone else. If you are at a school and several students are taking my class, and you decide to work on assignments together, that's fine. Collaboration is fine, but what's not fine is one person does one part of the assignment, another person does another part of the assignment, and then you two swap off and get each other's answers. That is not okay. And you'd be surprised how easy it is for me to spot that something has been copied or the same work has been turned in. You'd really be surprised at how easy it is for me to spot that. So if you have any questions about academic honesty, there are detailed explanations in the Student Code of Conduct, and I'll show you where that is on the Student Success site. There is the Student Success site if you have questions. Also on that, we also have a student handbook that can probably answer any questions that you may have. We also have a help site that can help you. When you're working with the Georgia Virtual School System, Mozilla Firefox is the preferred browser. If you do not have that, it's a free download for that. Chrome also works very well. What does not work well at all is Internet Explorer. So if you're in the Georgia Virtual School System and you're having trouble, check the browser that you're using. If it's Internet Explorer, get out of that and go to Firefox or Chrome. As I mentioned before, I will only correspond with you through your Georgia Virtual School email. Also, we have an automated system that sends notification emails to parents as the course progresses. I update the grade book and send out progress reports every 2 weeks. If your grade drops below 70, then you'll get your parent contact will get a call from our automated system. And as I said before, please check your grades and read assignment feedback. The synchronous office hours is what you're in right now. It's going to be every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. It will mainly cover things that are important to us. So outside of these welcome weeks, I will cover some kind of content, or if you have some kind of question, it's an opportunity for you to come and interact with me in real time. So I encourage you to come, but if for some reason you cannot make the live sessions, just know that they are recorded, and I will post the recording link on the course homepage. I'll show you in just a second where I post that. And I think I just said all that. Course grades. Our course grades are as follows. Any discussions that we do in the class are worth 10%. Your coursework and quizzes are worth 20%, but check this out. Tests and projects are worth 50%. So if it's labeled as a test or a project and you neglect to do it, then that's going to adversely affect your grade, okay? Because that's 50% of your grade is tests and projects. And then our final exam is 20%. As I mentioned before, I will grade assignments within 3 school days of submissions. And what I will also do is assignments are due on Wednesday. On Thursday mornings, very early in the mornings, I will enter zeros for work not completed. Okay? And as I said before, I will leave feedback for all quizzes, discussions, and assignments. Okay, let's take a look at the course. And how to use the course content, student success site, and the news items. All right, hopefully this is going to work the way I want it to work. Click this to start sharing. Okay. And hopefully that's going to get going any minute here. All right. Hold on one second. We're going to try to... I'm telling you, me and Jigsaw do not get along at all. But I'm going to try my best to get this going real quick for us because I know that we need to. Okay, so give me 1 second. Now it wants to download something. All right. Yes. Yes, talk amongst yourselves. Oh. Okay, done. Okay, I think I'm sharing now. Can you guys let me know if you can see our course homepage? Hold on, let me get there. Do y'all see the course? Oh, good, awesome, okay. Yay. All right, I'm going to, hold on 1 second. Change this to a student view. That way you see exactly what. All right, so here we go. Here's our course, right? Here's that classroom bulletin board I was talking about. If you have not set up your email, that's how you do it, right there. Okay. Here's my contact information. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. All of you guys this week starting are on the 18-week schedule. In 2 weeks, there'll be a 16-week schedule start and then a 14-week schedule start. This is where you find your syllabus and your schedule. So let me click on this 18-week right here real quick because this is the schedule that I sent to you. And here is our schedule of assignments. So as you can see, on Wednesdays, I got this big orange day right here. And there really are no assignments due on this, not due, no assignments listed on this day. And the reason is because all of the assignments from the previous week are due on this day. Okay. And then on this assignment due date, all of this assignment will be due, this one's due, this, and this is due on this day. Okay, so that's how that goes. And so we'll just rock along the whole semester until we get down to, yes, you can work ahead. You can always work ahead. As we get down to the end of the semester, you see we have kind of had the last assignment right here, your project, your art history wrap-up project, and then we go on Thanksgiving holidays, and then it's just final exams when we come back. Okay? You can always work ahead. All right. So what we have here are assignments listed every day, right? A welcome discussion, a review, all about the exam module. So that's what's listed. You might be. Yeah. You know, yes. Yes, Leela, yes. So Leela, for example, this first week right here, we never have a due date during the first week. But on this day right here, which is August 14th, right? I'm going to go into my grade book, and if you don't have these assignments, I'm going to put a 0 And because I'm going to say she was supposed to do this, she was supposed to do this, she was supposed to do this. If I see that you put an assignment in there, whether it's graded or not, I'm going to, just skip over it. But if you have not done this, I'm going to put a 0 in. And so that's what I was saying, and maybe you weren't here when I was saying this. There's something listed every day for you to do because it's kind of helping you pace the course, but the official assignment due date is not until this Wednesday right here. Okay. Yes, and Jen, you're right. You probably are a little bit ahead. And the part of the reason for that, Jen, is because this first module right here is just talking about the exam. But when we start reading the text, okay, that text is rich and heavy. In fact, if you can go ahead and get the text and start reading it, I would suggest that. There's a lot to learn there, okay? So, yes, and this is an A portion of the course. The B portion is next semester. I don't teach this class, but I have taught this class AB, okay, where you teach 1 year and 2 semesters in 1 semester, and that's a lot faster pace. But yes, you can always work ahead. Okay. So that's our schedule right there. That's where you find it, right there under course information. The other thing I want to show you here is you're going to be asked to do the acknowledgement form, okay? And if you're looking for that, it's here under course information, okay? There's the student success site, and here is the synchronous classroom, okay? You probably already know that because that's how you got here. Also, every week I will post a new news announcement, and it'll usually have something to do with what we're doing this week, okay? So be expecting this to change every day, or not every day, every week, and just read whatever it is because it's going to have something to do with you and what's due. If I click here on student resources, there's that student success site. Okay, if I click on that, it's going to take you right here. And as you can see, there's all kinds of fun stuff using your GABS email, synchronous session. Where's the, oh, you've probably already gone here because you had to do the SOC. There's lots of really good stuff. Just spend tons of time here. I was looking for the Office 365. They said, oh, here it is. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is it. It's where you go to get your Office 365. I'd take advantage of that if I were you. The student handbook is right there. We also have a subscription to Shmoop. Anybody know what Shmoop is? Have you looked at Shmoop before? It's a great study tool, and you have access to that. You can not just for AP Euro, you can do all kinds of courses. All right, I want to jump back over here real quick because today, you're supposed to be working on the welcome discussion. So you may be thinking to yourself, well, where do I find that? Okay, what do I do with that? I'm going to come back over here to our course homepage. One of the things I've done is I've told you that it's a discussion, okay? So there's a couple of ways you can find this assignment. All of your assignments, whether they are discussions or a Dropbox item or a quiz, are listed here under assessments. So if I click on assessments and I go to discussions, because I'm looking for the welcome discussion, then it should be here. Here it is, the getting to know you. They have 2 different names. That shouldn't happen, but it did. Okay, so this is the first one right here. And this is us just getting to know each other, okay? Another way you can get to this, and if I just click on the name of the course right here, it'll take me right back to that course homepage. Under course materials, you have something called content. This is how you are going to learn AP European history and find your assignments. If I click on content, the very first unit here, all about the exam, look, this is the unit I'm telling you, review the All About Exam module. Okay, so if I click on content, it brings me to this page right here, and here is the All About the Exam module. And so what this is going to ask me to do is go through and click on every one of these links right here. If I click on this link, it's going to open up a new box, and then this is going to show me all about the exam, the things that I need to know about this exam. Okay, that's that. And so while you are reading all about the exam, it may tell you that you have to do the thesis statement assignment, or you have to do the formatting the LEQ assignment or something, or the what I need to know discussion, or practicing POV. So it'll either tell you on this, as you're reading through this material, let's see if I can find one real quick. You may come across the assignment that you are supposed to be working on. This is a really good module, by the way, because it really does tell you all about the exam and how it will. Lots of good information. And some self-assessments there. I do, Leila. Are you in that class too? So here's the first page that I came to, and I was just clicking through each of these pages. Now it says, okay, you're going to do something here. All right. Okay, well, say you do it, and you've got it on your nice little Word document. Now you need to figure out, well, how do I get it? How do I turn that in? Right? So you go back to the course and look. Here's my thesis statement link. This is how you turn it in after you've completed it. So if you click there, then it's going to say, hey, do you want to upload it? Or, okay. So, and Leila, is this your first online class? Georgia Virtual School online class? Okay, it's Foo's also. And like I told her, you know, we kind of expect, especially somebody who has never taken our class before, we kind of expect that it's going to be clunky, a little bit clunky the first week or so. But after a couple of weeks and you've turned in stuff, you know, you kind of know how the flow of the course goes. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. All right. And like I said before, texting me at this number will get you a really quick answer. Okay, the only thing is, because I teach more than one class, sometimes people will say, well, I can't find the assignment. Well, I need a little more information. I'm trying to find the assignment in the exam module. Okay, well then I'll know that that's AP European History, okay? Or I need to find the assignment in the, public change or economic change module. Well, I know that's AP Government, okay? If you give me a little more information, it'll prevent me from having to go back to you and say, well, which assignment are you talking about and which class is this, okay? So, but no, you can certainly always email me or text me. Okay, what else do we need to look at? Do you have any questions? Do y'all have any questions for me? Good. It's a lot to absorb the first week, as if you've never done this before. It's a lot to take in, and I get that. I'm not. I've been doing this a long time. Like I said, 11 years for me. So I'm not. This isn't my first time at the rodeo. I see that Leila and Fu are typing. Right. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up, Leila. Yeah. Do not email assignments to me. If you email me an assignment, all I'm going to do is email you back and say, I'm sorry, I can't take it through email. Something has to be in the Dropbox in order for me to give you a grade. Okay. And speaking of grades, if you come right here to assessments, you probably saw right here that grades is um, one of the buttons here. So if I click on grades, what this is going to do is pull up every graded assignment in this course. Now, I have had students in the past that solely rely on this to know what they're supposed to do. I actually wouldn't do that, because you have your schedule up here, that's going to tell you what you're supposed to be working on. Okay, I'd go by this and just make sure you're doing this. But this is where your grades will appear. As you get these assignments done, your grade will appear here. And like I said, there will be feedback. And y'all, let me tell you, if you get a grade and you're not sure how you got that grade, or you're not sure how, why I took off points for something, it's more than okay for you to ask me. Okay, that's your grade. And sometimes, I'm not lying, sometimes I make mistakes. I intend to give you 100 and I give you a 10, okay? And then you just email me and say, I got a 10. I thought my work was a little better than that. And then I'll go and I'll look and I'll say, oh, I messed up. And I'll fix it, okay? Everything can be fixed. I think that's one of the things that every semester I have students that are just email me in a panic. And a lot of times it's because these are AP classes and there are high stakes here, and I understand that. You're trying to get out with a good grade, but, don't panic. Everything can be fixed. No, you do not need to purchase a hard copy of the text. Okay, so the text. You should have received an email from something called Lock Lizard. I did not come up with that, but I'll type it in just so you'll know. I'm going to stop sharing because I think we're done here. And so I'm going to go right back here to my presentation. Lock Lizard. Lock Lizard. You should have received an email from something called Lock Lizard. And what they will do is they have an account for you set up through that, and it has a direct link to the textbook. Okay, so look through your Georgia Virtual School email for an email from Lock Lizard, and go through the setup, whatever it is they want you to do to set that up, and then find your textbook there. So it's online. But I think you can also print it off as a PDF, but I don't think you'd want to. You need a lot of paper because this is a big, thick book. On your syllabus is the name of the book, though. So if you wanted to get an older version of it just to have something to hold or to download to your Kindle or something, but you could look at it on Lock Lizard on your Kindle as well. So you can probably find it on Amazon for pretty cheap. I'm going to go on with this session here. If you are needing some help with Brightspace, that's the Georgia Virtual School System that we were just in. Here are some dates and times for some help navigating the Georgia Virtual School System. It's called Brightspace. That's the name of the system. And so to get to this help sessions, there you go. That's what you do. You do what it says here. And there's the room. It's a hot link. So if you don't click on it now, you can click on the recording and it'll be hot there. And yeah, so okay, we've come to the end of this session. Just remember, I'm here to help you. I want you to succeed. Whatever grade you want to get out of this class, that's the grade I want to give you, okay? So I'm more than happy to work with you this semester and make sure you get that. So please Don't hesitate to contact me if you should have questions or need help. Just remember, everything's fixable. You don't have to panic. I get a lot of panicky students throughout the semester, especially if they email me and I don't email them back right away. Then the second email is a lot more panicky. And I really do hope we all have a great semester. I think we will. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. That is true, Leela, but they're also recorded. So if you cannot make it, I will post the recording link on the homepage. But for me, I'm done. So if you don't have any questions, you're more than free to leave. I do too, Jen. Stop by if you are in the area. Okay, Leela. So y'all have a great night. Oh, you too, Fu. Thank you. Stay in contact, new people. Okay? It's perfectly fine to ask questions. There's no worries there. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I think to exit, you just click the red X up there. I don't know that they have an official exit here. I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording.